To you later. Hang up. Love you. Okay, love. Okay, let's put this like that. Okay, like that. All right, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Trev from Treversence. You see me fidgeting around here, and that is because my I have to be using a phone to record my live stream. But welcome into the house, guys. This is Trev from Treversence. I want to say thank you all for coming in. Those of you who are new into my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you for coming. It is a fantastic time to come into my channel as it gets better and better. If you are new, you might want to hit that subscribe button. You might also want to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be first to get notified. And to all my returning travelers, I want to say thank you for your continued support. Now, this evening, we are going to be talking about dirty dishes. And you know, my topics usually have a little twist to it. When I talk about dirty dishes, I know your mind might run straight to the kitchen, but not every dish is dished out in a kitchen. Right, guys? Yes. There are some dishes that are dished out in other places other than the kitchen. Yes. And today we are going to be talking about some of those dishes that are served outside of the kitchen. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you who are here and those who are coming. I pray that you will hurry on and come on in and let's start this conversation about dirty dishes. Because certainly, almost everybody I know can relay a story about how they have been dished the dirt, how they have been dished doo doo at some point or the other from somebody, an ex lover, a child, a parent, a friend, former friend. Who knows? Lots and lots of people have been dished dirt, have been dished poo poo. Yes, from people they loved, honored, and trusted. Yes. So tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about. Guys, I'm going to be fixing. Okay. Is that any better? Yeah, I think that looks better. All right. So welcome into the house, guys. Thank you all for coming in. I want to make sure that I'm able to do all of this on the chat. So if you are new, oh boy, this is something else, chat. Okay. All right. There we are. All right. So if you are new here, guys, don't be afraid to come on in, jump in the chat, say hello, say something. We're always happy here to talk to strangers. Yeah, because we're not little kids, so we're told no, don't speak to strangers. Over here, we talk to strangers, strangers from everywhere. It doesn't matter. We talk to all kinds of strangers because guess what? We're big enough and we're strong enough, we can take care of ourselves. So we are not worried about strangers, what they might say or what they might do. We're not worried. All right. We love to talk to strangers over here. If they act foul, we just top them off and keep moving. Oh, Kim. Kim Flowers is here. Welcome. Welcome into the house, Kim Flowers. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, if you are new into the channel, don't forget to jump in. We're not afraid. Jump on in and let's talk. We're going to be having a conversation about dirty dishes. Yes. So, yes. So if you have a story you want to share, come on in, share your story. We'd be happy to hear your story. I am expecting to have a guest on tonight to talk about how he was dished the dirt. Lots of us have been dished the dirt in relationships. Lots of us have been dished the dirt by people we used to call friends. Lots of us have been dished the dirt by people we trusted. Hey, it happens. It is part of life. And the lovely foreign TTB is also in the house. That's another of my faithful travelers. I appreciate you, foreign. Thank you so much for coming. You see what I'm going to be talking about. I always got something up my sleeves, huh? Even I'm not wearing any sleeves today. Still have something up my sleeves, foreign. How has your day been, Kim? How has your day been, foreign? What's been going on with you? Let me see if I can play a little bit of music in the background so it doesn't sound too dry, but I don't want it to be too loud. Let me find a music here to play. You all know the same music I play all the time because it's free music. So I play the same music all the time, and that is okay. I like it. It's free. I like it. Yeah, I love free stuff. So, Farin, what's going on with you? How have you been? I'm just waiting for the live to build up. So don't forget, guys, to tell your friend, and your friend's friend to come on into the live. I myself need to call out the other travelers. I already posted it in the group chat. But I know everybody's busy and I know people are at work and so forth. So so we're just gonna wait for the other travelers to move on up into the house. Come on into the house, guys. I don't have any car. I don't have any car to send for anybody today. So even I don't have a car to send for you, don't let that stop you. Come on in. Roll on in. Foreign says it's a sunny day here, a bit cool, which is wonderful. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I went outside today. I went out today. Today was hot, warm. I don't know. It was like 74 degrees. Not too bad. But there are days when it's scorching. I mean, scorching hot. But today wasn't too bad. I came back earlier in the afternoon and I've been inside ever since. Outside looks cool. I hope it stays like that. It's cooling down for the night, but sometimes it is just hot, really, really hot sometimes. Okay, so welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. It is oh my Lord, Foreign says it's obvious you didn't send transportation to get your guests. You know, Foreign, you are right. You are so right. I didn't send transportation for them, but they know the way. They know where to come. And I advertised it today in the chat, and I told them that we were going to have a show today on dirty dishes, and I was expecting them to show up. But I know they are busy. I know they have other things to do. And so, you know, it is okay. They'll be here. You know, Foreign, you know they'll come. You know they will come. Yes, they will. They will show up. Okay, guys, we have 3 million people in the house. Welcome into the house of Trevessence Unstoppable. Don't forget that if you're new here, it is a fantastic time to kick your shoes off. Step up into my house. To the right is the subscribe button, and to the left is the like button. Hit them both and come on down. We're going to have a conversation tonight about dirty dishes. And as you all know, if you've been following me, you know my topics usually have a little twist to it. I say dirty dishes, but it's I don't mean the dishes in the kitchen. We're talking about dishes. Have you been dished dirt by anybody? Sheehan, Shane and the family TV guys is in the house. Welcome. Okay. Oh my Lord. Yes. Foreign TTB, you are so right. Foreign TTB said, once you start something, people get spoiled. That is the truth. If that app would only work properly, for him, if it would only work properly, and it's the only app that I see that has all those features with the vehicles, and I love it. I get so excited. I love it, love it, love it. But it just won't act right. And you're seeing it where it just cuts off in the middle of the stream, and then I have to start a new stream. So I'm not a fan of that. Chef Roger is in the house. Chef Roger. Chef Roger vlog is in the house, guys. Welcome, 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 Chef. Everyone else in the chat. Shane, I am doing well. I am doing Shane, you pick up the laundry. I hope you picked up the laundry and didn't forget and make a different turn, you know. And thank you so much, guys. That is my other top cup in the house in Shane. Behave yourselves when you come into my chat because Shane don't play. And if you come into the chat and you misbehave, he will not be afraid to discipline you. All right. We are going to be having this in the chat for about an hour or two, something like that. We are, we are talking about dirty dishes. Has anybody ever dished you dirt? Has anybody ever dished you dirt? Anybody here? Somebody has ever done you something so cruel, especially if it's somebody that you have done good for, somebody that you have gone out of the way for, somebody that you have gone out on a limb for, and this person has dished you dirt. Has that ever happened to you? Chin, anybody ever dish you dirt yet? Just stopping by for a little bit. That's fine, chef. That's fine. Stop by for a minute, 2 minutes. I appreciate it. Does not matter. I appreciate it. I know people are busy. I know people are saying a lot of people, everybody has something to do and everybody has other plans. And most of the people who are here on the chat also have their own lives going on or getting ready to start. They have their own little videos they are doing and stuff like that. So I perfectly understand. Somebody dish your dirt. Shane. Shane, who dish your dirt? Tell me who dish your dirt, Shane. Where Shane, you're supposed to come off of work already. Come man, come tell me who dish your dirt. I want to hear about it. My guest just texted me. He says he's running a little bit late. So yes, so while he is, let me see if I can, because you see, Shane, I am trying to navigate this thing on the phone because the internet is not working. So I'm trying to navigate it on my phone. Getting ready to go away, V. Away? Where you getting ready to go? There are 6 million people in the house, guys. Welcome to the 6 million viewers in the house. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Share the stream, invite your friend and your friend's friend who is not your friend. Invite them all because they have dished you dirt and you probably have dished some too. So come on into the house and let us talk about it. Come and tell me about it. But on the phone, I'm trying to navigate. I'm trying to navigate how to get All right, there I am again. You see the struggles with the phone. I'm trying to get the phone to be able to pull up people. Shane said, well, if people dish him dirt. Let me see, invite a guest. Oh, this is sending me to, okay, copy to clipboard. Copy to clipboard, copied. Okay. So now I can, Love Ice, is that you? Is that Love Ice in the house? Welcome into the house, my friend Love Ice. How are you doing? Peace. All right, all right. The phone is working almost just as good as the computer, you know. It's just that it's harder to navigate, and the lovely Yard Foods is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Yard Foods is in the house. Thank you for coming, Yard Foods. Um, Let me see. I have dropped the link. Just finished my report, so I'm a bit free. Oh, wonderful, Love Ice. Wonderful, because I see you are a busy woman, you know. You are. I see you are a busy woman, Love Ice. You always so busy. Always so busy. I see you going back and forth doing. Okay. All right. All right. I see you all are very busy. That is perfectly fine with me. There is now 9 people. There is now 9 million people in the house, guys. 9 million people in the house. Welcome into the house, guys. We are going to be talking about dirty dishes. Anybody ever dish your dirt yet? Anybody ever give stir the pot, stir the poo poo pot, and try to give you the spoon? Try to give you the spoon to lick. Anybody ever do that to you? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Lots of us have experienced that from exes and family members and friends. And a lot of those people are no longer our friends, no longer our spouses, no longer, we don't consider them family members anymore. They are gone out of our lives. Goodbye, good riddance, because we don't want to subject ourselves to those things anymore. Either they left or you left. But whatever the case is, you are no longer in that situation. You are no longer exposed, directly exposed to the activities or the cruelty of those individuals. Let me see what Chef Blog says. So how are they going, Mr. Chef? Chef, I was on the street earlier. I went on the street today. Then I came home. I was trying to get my internet to be working, but for whatever reason, Chef, I mean, single woman's problem, you know, single woman's problem. The internet is not working, not acting right, and so I am stuck here having to use the phone. Can't use the computer. None of the computers will come on, so I can't use any of them. So here I am. But as I always say, the show will go only one sitting here talking. I will sit here and I will talk and I will laugh to myself and I will have a fantastic time and I will end the live and then the rest of you can go watch it afterwards if you please. But the show will go on. And I already said I'm coming on tonight at 5. So tonight at 5 it is. Let me see who else is here. Yardfu says he's going to lick that himself. You know what that means? When somebody stir the poo poo pot with the spoon, they want to give you it to lick. Yard food saying, go and lick that himself. So give the poo poo spoon to the person who is trying to make you lick it, make them lick it themselves. Love Ice says, I've never experienced that before. Maybe because I'm always doing things on my own from the gate. From 8. Well, some people have, Love Ice, and some people have not. Even if you haven't been able to do things all by yourself, you have made friends who have turned around to be, frenemies throughout your life. You have had family members who turn around and start acting foul. You have had maybe parents, you have been in relationship where somebody in the relationship tried to do the most to injure you, whether it is to injure you emotionally, to injure you physically, whatever the case is, but they have gone out of their way to dish you dirt. Yes, we know that some people have done that. Some people have gone out of their way to dish you dirt when they're leaving you or when you're leaving them, whatever the case may be. And I tell you, you know, guys, I was very, very, very naive at one point of my life because I always thought that because I was raised to think the best of people, I always thought the best of people that I have newly met. You know, so if I just meet you, I am thinking that, you know, the smile you give me is a real smile, that you are genuine and stuff like that. It is only after you show me. And sometimes me being naive, you know, even after you have shown me what you are capable of, I used to have a habit of just forgiving and just say, oh, it may be just a little lapse in judgment. It may be just a little, you know, and just keep moving right on with you without skipping a beat. But I tell you, the experiences I've had in the last few years, between 2008 and now, the experiences I've had with relationship, with friendship, has taught me so much that you cannot trust people. Lavender Smile is in the house. Welcome, my lovely, lovely Lavender Smile. Blessed One is also in the house. Welcome, Blessed One. Thank you so much for coming. That's another of my faithful travelers right there. Both of them, Lavender and Blessed. Blessed said, oh, I thank God for giving you so much. Labai says, I experiences that until now, since I have a YouTube channel. And I understand that too, Labai, is that now that you have a YouTube channel, I believe, I don't know, it seems like people come out hating more, but the YouTube is there for everybody. Go make you a channel. Go make you a channel. You know, I mean, sometimes as my mother used to say, people don't know what a bad mind over. You know, my mother always say that, you know, people don't know what them just want to be bad mind, but them don't know what a bad mind over. So them just bad mind about everything. Because something like a YouTube channel, you know, something like somebody having a successful Instagram or, you know, a Facebook page, anybody can make one. Everybody can make one. There is room in the house for everybody. Yours might end up getting 1,000. Mine might end up getting 2. Yours might end up getting 1,000,000. Mine might end up getting 1. It no matter. You do you. You know, nothing for grudge nobody over then get more than you if they have more than you. No, nothing for grudge nobody over. Oh, my lovely Mama Sandprint. Mama Sandprint, how you doing? How are you doing, my love? I ain't seen you in a little bit. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, yes. Yard Food says, girl, be careful. The devil come in all different forms. That is so true, Yard Foods. I have learned because oh my God, I tell you all, I was not aware. My mom always say, treat people well, they will treat you better. And I grew up with this thing and I realized it's not true. Because you can treat people well, very well, and they will still turn around and dish you dirt. You can go out of the way for people. You can do everything that you think that they need for you to do to make their lives better. And they will still turn around and destroy you. And I am so glad that the experiences I got, say, over the last, between 2008, the experiences I had have taught me so much because I was just so naive. People say fool, but good God, Trev. Good God. You know, at what point were you going to stand up for yourself? It seems like I was never going to stand up for myself because I always thought the best in people. But nowadays, Thanks to those experiences? No, sir. No, sir. It will not happen again. No, no, no. I accept you the way you come with grace and charm, but trust and believe me, once you start acting foul, I don't give second chances that easily. Not anymore. Uh-uh. Because I always think, I feel now as though people do have ulterior motives. They do. So, Love Ice says, they are saying I must not reach nowhere in our life. Love Ice, you know something, sister? What I really want to tell you to tell them, I cannot say it on here. I can't say it on here. I cannot say it. But just continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. Spread nothing but love and positivity. Satan one day I go eating own words. They can't stop you. No, they can't stop you. No make them stop you. They will never be able to stop you. I just so bad mind people stay anyway. And some people like to call me when I'm on my live, but when I'm on my live, I don't answer the phone. So therefore, some Yard Food says later I'm going back to work. Yes, Yard Food, go back to work. Make some of that money for me and you. And the lovely Teflon is in the house. Teflon Don is in the house. Me say Teflon, me now come back on your live. Teflon, when I come back on your live, I'm going to stay incognito. Because you love draw, big man, you see Teflon, love draw me out. Huh? Servant David is in the house. Blessings, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Servant David is in the house. Life with Soot, the wonderful Life with Soot is in the house as well. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. And Yard Food is gone back to work. And Love Ice and Teflon exchanging all kinds of love, love, love. All right. Yard Food says, I learned a lot, especially here on YouTube. But one thing, I don't watch no FaceTime. So that's what I say to Yard Food. No watch, no face. No watch, no face. I ain't worried about the faces either. Me not watching no face. Me just do my little thing and I trips and I go on about my business. I am not worried about anybody. All I do all day, I go around to YouTube, support, watching videos. I'm not stressing myself out. I'm not trying to eat nobody. Because people don't understand that the same people you are hating because they got monetized or they have gotten to 2,000 or something, it's the same people who would have helped you up. The same people who would have be in your corner to help you up. We are grudge people for, like, what's wrong with people? People are just, sometimes you just have to, something. But when you see them coming, Love Ice, when you see them coming, just take the other road. And just lead them to their own demise. That's what you have to do. Lead them to their own demise. Because there's nothing else that's going to happen. But they are just going to continue down their road of hatred. That's what's going to happen. Don't let them stop you. Blessed ones, the people who don't know who they are and don't love and respect themselves, cannot love and appreciate others. Sad to say, there are so many persons in the world. Yes, there are so many such people in the world. You understand me? But hear what me tell them. Hear what me tell them, guys. When people are trying to act foul, trying to act like they want to be jealous of me, or I ain't even got nothing for nobody to be jealous of. But you'd be surprised to know that people still act foul. But this is what I say to them.
I want them to know about me. I want them to know about me, goody. Where were they when I was a man mascot? Where were they when man never did treat me right?
Yes, guys, that is what I say to them. Yes, where were they? Where were you when I was a man mascot? Where were you? Yes, now that I'm feeling better, I'm doing better, I'm on the come up. Now you come in, want to say something, keep quiet. Stay one place. Don't come over here. Stay right over there where you are. All right. We are still in the chat. Let me see, guys. I need to be able to operate this thing. All right. All right. There we are. There we are. There we are. Let me see who else is in the house. Guys, wanna see how wanna make the chat leave me. Meditation is in the house. Welcome, meditation. Big up yourself, meditation in the house. Yard foods. Oh, Gary, so whatever. I love you too. Yes, Teflon. Yes, Teflon. Lots of love, 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 love. What's going on, Simple Things? How are you doing? How are you doing, my lovely, lovely Simple Things? Lots of love and appreciation to you, my friend. Uh, yes, that even hurts more, Love Ice, when it is family, but sometimes even family have to get cut out. Families have to get cut out and cut off as well. Because, when they start acting fun, nobody disturb your peace. Nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace. Is it okay to walk past them and not say hello, howdy, not, as my grandmother used to say? My grandmother used to say, howdy, thank you, broke no square. So if you said just hello to somebody and keep it moving, do that and keep it moving. Blessed One said, Saul was king, but he invaded and hated poor little David. Yes. He envied and hated poor little David. Yes. Um, simple things. Simple things and just fun. I love anything that is fun and laughter. I'll crack up with a good joke. Give me a good joke. I will laugh till next year. Even when the crowd stop laughing, Trevor will still be laughing. That's just me. That's just my good spirit. That's just my spirit. And Joy Blackwood is in the house. Guys, Joy Blackwood is in the house. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joy. Happy birthday to you. Yeah! Where the chicken? Where the mama go get the chicken? All right, where the chicken? Where the chicken? Watch a ribbon dash on the chicken. Oh my God, guys. I thought I could find my little squeaky chicken, but I think my daughter took it away. Because she loved the little chicken. I want the little chicken go squish, squish, squish. But she gone with it. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Joy. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see who else is in this. Guys, go ahead and tell Joy happy birthday. Let's see who else is in the house. Oh. Didn't know it's your birthday. Yes, it's Joy's birthday. It is her birthday. Yes, Joy. I was trying to find a little chicken to do some little shooks for you. But when you have kids, my daughter love that little chicken, so she probably have it upstairs with her. Okay. All right, guys. So as we say, we are talking this evening, we are talking about dirty dishes and the people who have dished you dirt. I have my friend here who wants to share his story about dirty dishes, how he had been dished dirt. For those of you who don't know Servant David, when this live is over, you might want to go over to his channel, check his channel out, because like me, he used to use his channel just as storage, his YouTube just as storage, like I've been doing. Because for those of you who have gone down on my channel, you will see that I have had stuff there since like 2017. I used to use it as storage, where I just upload a little poem. I want to say something, I just say it and just upload it, and I would just do that, not even understanding the process of making a channel and coming into the YouTube community and talking to people and stuff like that. So I am old here, but very, very new into the YouTube community. And so Servant David is also another individual who has a story on YouTube. And he's going to be coming into the chat and sharing his story with us, those of us who haven't heard his story yet. So let me see if I can bring him into the chat here. Let me see. I don't know if the phone. Okay. Okay, guys, I tell you, this phone is the bomb. This phone is working well. This. Oh, okay. All right. This phone is working almost just like the computer. I just have to be able to navigate it a little bit. But without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, David. What's up?
Blessed greetings. How you do?
I am not too bad, my friend. How are you doing?
I am blessed. Very hot, but blessed. How is everyone in the chat doing? Blessed greetings, everyone. Manners, love, and elevation. You don't know.
Respect and love to everybody in the chat. We have quite a few people in the chat here. Servant David is telling you all hello, guys. And Servant David is going to be sharing his story with us as it relates to dirty dishes. I know a lot of us have stories of that nature, but this evening we're going to be listening to Servant David as he shares his story with us. And I'm going to stay in the chat while he tells us his story. The floor is yours, Servant David. Go on in and let us hear you, my friend.
Okay. Well, the title we have is Dirty Dishes, and Dirty Dishes is basically the way I look at it. It's like a part of life. You know, it's like you have a house, you must expect to have to vacuum it and clean it. You must expect to get dishes. But in this situation, we're talking about things that people do to us that are wrong. The dirty dishes that we get dished. You know, um, boy, I have a lot of stories. A lot of stories. I don't think I have time to tell all of them, so I'm only gonna tell maybe two or three of them. One of the dirty dishes that I have, I knew this guy. We kind of grew up together, and he's a little bit older than me, but we kind of grew up together. So I know him for years, and he was looking at job. He come from Guyana. Oh boy, hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me charge up this. Okay, yeah, all right. So yeah, he comes from Guyana, and when he had just come and he was here, me and him meet and we get to become friends and this and that. So I've always been working, and he was looking at a job, and where I was working was not hiring at the time, but I knew of a place that was hiring, which was Walmart. So I get him a job at Walmart, and he's there, he's working for a few years and doing a damn good job too, you know. And some years pass, and I end up working at that same Walmart. Come to find out, he was still there. So when I got there, he was still on the crew, like the regular crew members. He's working, and he finally got a position to be shift manager, where he's in charge of, certain shifts. I was on one of those shifts he get. But the thing is, as soon as he get the job, it's like he head swell. And he start act funny towards certain people. He start, just a lot of the things that he used to do that we do, or even though we're not supposed to do it, he used to do those things. He would write up people for them, call them in the office and this and that and re. So one of the thing is, we're not supposed to have earphones in our ears while we're working. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, nobody know in the store, and I know I'm not supposed to have it, but I had one in my ear. And he come, him see me, him give me this look like what me I do. He not say nothing to me, He just give me a look and walk away. Two tools me hear him call me over the intercom. So I say, what this man want, man? So I go, And him a talk about how me have the earphones in my ears and me not supposed to have them and me know better and this and that and him gonna write me up and re. Now it's very at Walmart they give you like certain points. You only get 5 points before they can fire you. You know what I mean? So he would do little things to get me those points. For instance, it's illegal, but I couldn't prove that he was. I knew he was doing it. I just couldn't prove it. He would go on the computer, mess with my time. So if I punch in 9 o'clock, he mark it 9:05. That's a point for that because that would show that I'm late. You know. So he go on, and then he just start act funny, and until long story short, him end up fire me, and it's me getting the job at the place. All he had to do was come to me one side, say, "Yo, you know you're not supposed to do that. If you do that, the other people are gonna see that. They won't want to do it to work with me." I'm just say, "All right, you're right. Sorry, I'm gonna take it out." No, him write me up couple time well to me end up get fired. That's one dirty dish what I had to deal with. Another one is I was married, my first wife, and I admit before I met her, I was a little wild, little a gallus, basically. You know what I mean? And when me meet her now, me go Google Gaga over her. I'm stop doing all the cheating and using up all the girls and this and that and me and her we had a decent relationship, but it was more the kids. I think they were upset that she and their father didn't work out. They wanted him, basically in the house. If he's not in the house, then they don't want nobody. I don't know. I'm assuming that's how it was because they were very very disrespectful, and they would do certain things like don't listen, stuff like that, and they go on until, and then the mother should not make it no not no better because it's like she start defend them. You know what I mean? Certain things they used to do that they have no business doing, she would defend them. And long story short, the kids end up make me and she end up get a divorce.
Oh.
So that's another one. Another dirty dish when me get again after that marriage. No, I was really hurt because, like I said, I went Google Gaga over her. I said, boy, I don't want to deal with no more relationship. I just God me I go deal with. Me no want nobody this and that, and I put my all and all into serving God. Start going to church more, basically every day. I'm not just going to church. I'm doing the praise and worship. I'm doing I started a men's choir. The church did not have the men's choir. I started it and built the men's choir. So I was leading the men's choir, leading praise and worship, teaching Sunday school, doing the parking lot, valet parking, our security, and all those things. And I met this girl, this lady, and like I said, I was my interest was just serving God. She had other plans per se. So she start bring me water. She start bring me towel to wipe my face, this and that. So we kind of start become friend, start kind of date, and then we end up getting married. First year was great as usual. The first year is always the best. Great, nice and lovely and everything. The
Mm-hmm.
second year was so. It was all right. It was so. The third year, it start get really rocky. I'm not working as much. Financial problems start to kick in. This and that and She's not working that much either. Plus, I was making more money than she. I don't know how many of you have your own homes or know anything about furnaces, the furnace for the house. A furnace costs a lot of money. To get a brand new furnace is a whole heap of money. And then to put it in. Me want to know where the back foot she get the money for get furnace from. So so I start question why this person helped me and that person excuse here, excuse there, excuse. And there were many little instances where things I know I can't afford and she can't afford, but it come in our house. So as a man that is not an idiot, I start looking at things. Remember, I used to be that player, so I know all the games,
You know the
all the
game. All
lies,
right.
all the little. Even though sometimes it might not be nothing, I know the game, right? So I start investigate and ask her if she cheating. She would say no. I mean, no, she not say no. She would say why. I said because you're acting funny and this and that and re. Two's the sex between me and her stop. Now I can see a week, 2 week, even a month. But when you talk about a year and 2 year, something wrong. Something wrong. Right? So I'm questioning her about, is she cheating, this and that. The last time I asked, and what if I am? Me just left it at that. I am the type of person I do not like to be accused of things, especially if I did not do it.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna accuse anybody. I rather get proof before me say, yeah, me know say you take the cookie out of the cookie jar and you know what I mean? So I'm trying to ask her, I'm trying to find out, trying to find out, trying to find out. At the end of the day, I said, you know what? This thing bother me too much. I'm start go on it, social, not social media, but like the internet and stuff like that, and we find out a way where we can tap our phone. I do not advise anybody to do that because some things is better is you don't know. Some things is better you don't see, you don't hear, you don't know. You know what I mean? But I found out that yes, she is cheating. So I don't say nothing. I kind of play along with it a little bit, play along with it a little bit, but it's bothering me because I'm not cheating. I'm not gonna go out there and do the same thing you doing. So it's bothering me. We're going on. Like I said, there's no sex. The bond is not like it used to be. There's no we're not vibing like we used to or none of that. Just a bunch of red flag. One of the time, one of her sons, they were he was acting up, and he asked me to if I can get him a phone. So I said you have to act a little bit better than how you're acting and. So he kind of clean up himself. I get him the phone, but he's very very irresponsible with the phone. He has a little sister that is seems to act a little bit more responsible, you know. So we was in the car one day and we're driving, and I used to always tell him that, okay, let me kind of back up a little bit. Sometimes we would pick them up from school, and sometimes they will walk home from school. But I would tell them, if you're gonna walk, at least call us, let us know that you're gonna walk. That way, I don't have to drive all from where I am to come to the school to come pick you up. I can just meet you at the house. He wouldn't call. I would go to the school. He's not there. I'm looking for him, and this went on for a few weeks. So one day I said to him, I said, and I was wrong. I was wrong for it. You should never compare siblings. You should never compare anybody to anybody, but especially siblings. You should never compare them to one another. especially making one seem like one is better than the other. But I did that, and I said, it's like your sister is more responsible than you. I'm gonna get her a phone and show you just how responsible she is and how you're supposed to this and that and rare. So he didn't get mad. No, he was only like maybe 7 at the time. I don't give a F. You can give her the effing phone and this and that. Now, mind you, I'm driving and he's sitting behind me. So, me press the brake and me turn around for box him. But he was sitting behind me. My hand couldn't reach where he was. And I'm glad. I'm so glad it didn't. Because I would have put myself in trouble. You know what I mean? So I drop him off and I go back home and I says, the next time Keontae cuss me, I'm going to punch him in the mouth. No, I did not mean that I'm going to literally punch the little kid in the mouth. Anybody that know me, know I'm not doing no harm to no kid. You know what I mean? But it's like sometimes you say to your kids, you want me to take this broom and slap you upside your head? You don't really mean say that. Well, some people don't really mean say them or slap the child upside the head. They're just saying that. So I was just saying that in a figure of speech. What do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna punch him in the mouth? What did you do to make him cuss you? So that pissed me off. What do you mean what me do to make him cuss me? Anything I do, he's not supposed to cuss me, period. He's 7 years old. So, but I think that she was using that as an excuse for an argument, as an excuse for her to say get out. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what she did. She said get out. This was back in November of 2017, right? So I leave, and then December I start to get real sick. I start to like get like a bad cold symptoms. But it would not go away. It would not go away for anything. Weeks and weeks pass, and I'm just getting worse and worse, especially the cough. Like I said, I was into the church, and people would see me and they would say, "Boy, servant, it look like you look good. It look like you lose weight and this and that." And I did not see the weight loss at the time. You know what I mean? I did not see the weight loss. And it wasn't until a few months later, when I actually noticed the weight loss, because it would be like hard for me to sleep. It feel like I'm sleeping on my bones. I would look in the mirror, I see my collarbone. I look on my back. I see my backbone, my wrist bone. I'm losing a lot of weight. Plus the cough is still there. Now we go down into January, deep down into January, like mid January, and I'm really getting like worse. So I've never been the type to go to the doctor. Never wanted to. I've never been the doctor type to go to the doctor or take pills or anything like that. And this thing, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. So one day, I was asleep and I woke up like in pure sweat. I was just drenched in sweat, and had like the chills. So I took my temperature and it said 104.5. So of course, I'm frightened. I'm like, whoa, okay. I check it again and it's the same thing. So I said, all right, let me take some Tylenol and see if it go down, and check it again. It don't go down. Basically, I went to the emergency room. When I get to the emergency room now, they remember, they thought it was bronchitis. They gave me medicine for the bronchitis. It wasn't getting any better. I'm still losing weight. My skin is starting to like peel. Like I'm getting rashes on my skin from my face, my arms, my chest, my back, all over. It's getting really, really, really hard to breathe on top of the coughing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm coughing up phlegm. Every now and then I would cough up a little blood, you know. So when I went, they said they kept like telling me like they want me to take a HIV test, and I'm like, well, I don't need to take a HIV test because I'm not doing anything that would put me, in jeopardy for me
Mm-hmm.
to take that type of test. So I don't need a test. And they keep on, they keep on, they keep on, they keep on. So finally, I just said, all right, they kind of convinced me to take one. They pricked the finger, and they come back about 30 minutes later, which was the longest 30 minutes ever. They come back and they say, you we're sorry, Mr. Farragon, but you're positive. You're HIV positive. Now, whenever you get tested for something like that, it's either negative or positive. If it is positive, it just tells you that you're positive. It doesn't tell you how much of the virus is in you. It doesn't tell you how much CD4 cells you have. CD4 cells are your white blood cells. The human body is supposed to have between 500 and 1200 white blood cells, right? For them to be healthy. So if you have 500 white blood cells, you're healthy. If you have 600, you're healthy. You have 400, you're not that healthy. The lower and lower you go, as you get down into the 200s, that's when they class it as HIV or AIDS. So like I said, they come back and they say, Mr. Farragon, you're positive, and we're starting to inform you and ray. Do you want us to step out of the room? This and that. I tell them no, I don't need them to step out of the room. But they wanted me to come back the next day to find out how much of the virus is actually in me. So I came back the next day. They gave me some meds and some other stuff to even they put me in a they put me in a big tub of ice because my fever was really 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 bad high. So they put me in a tub of ice to bring down the fever and everything, and boom 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 boom. Stayed there the night. By the next day, they wanted me to come back to get the HIV test. So I said, all right. I come back, and when I came back, like I said, the human body is supposed to have between 500 and 1200 white blood cells. I only had 27 white blood cells, and they said that if I did not come in when the time that I did come, I probably would have died either in my sleep or something, because I was bad. If I don't start taking meds right away, I could die in 2 years. I would have 2 years to live. They said I'm so far gone that even though they can give me, meds to help, bring up back my white blood cells and get me back better, it might not work because I'm so far gone already. So they started to this I didn't want to take the meds at first. I did not want to take them. I'm against pharmaceutical drugs. You see, we go to the doctor to get well, but the doctor sees us to get wealthy. Never forget that. It's like the doctor is like a mechanic. If they fix your car where you never have to come back, they would be out of business. They wouldn't have any cars to fix. That's the same way like doctors are. So like I said, my CD4 was 27, and they tell me what they said, and I need to start doing meds right away and blah blah blah. They convinced me to take the meds, but the meds wasn't doing it. Like 2 weeks later, I'm still the same. I wasn't worse, but I wasn't better. They say, oh, you just gotta give it some time. Da, da, da. And I would have tried to give it a little bit. Actually, I did give it like about 2 more weeks. But
I like you
with
say, who's
with
that?
a lot of these meds,
You know,
sometimes you will get side effects, which I was getting a lot of side effects that I just could not deal with. You know, so I told them, I don't want to take that anymore because it's not working, and they tried to give me a different meds. That wasn't working. I was on that meds for about 3 months, till finally I said, you know what, we're not doing this no more. We're not doing this no more.
that's you,
I
that's you.
started I started to go the holistic way, the herbal way.
Okay.
I was referred to someone named Dr. Sebi. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He's not
Which one?
alive in Dr. Sebi.
Oh, Dr. Sebi. Okay, I know of Dr. Sebi.
Okay. He was dead is dead. And
Yeah,
at
he's
the
dead.
time, right, at the time he was dead, but his wife, Ma'a, she is still alive. So, I did my research on him. I got in contact with her, and I ordered some supplements from her. I ordered some a bunch of stuff from her. Take it, some of the nastiest stuff ever. But then say more time, what's good for you never really tastes good. So I take that, and ever since I start take that, I start to get better. I didn't tell the doctors that I start when you gonna go holistic like that. You can't take two different type of med. It's either you're gonna do one or you're gonna do the other. You're gonna do the pharmaceutical or you're gonna do the herbal way, the holistic way. So I stopped doing my meds, but I did not tell the pharmaceutical doctors that I stopped taking my meds. I would just collect the meds like normal, just don't
Mm-hmm.
open them and collect them, and they I would still go to get my blood check so that they can find out the levels and what's going on and this and that.
Okay.
And oh, Mr. Farragon, you're looking good. Your levels are rising. The meds are working finally. And I'm gonna say yes, yes. And keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm gonna say yes, 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 yes. I'll know. I'm gonna tell them say me stop take them meds, which I think it's about time now. I do tell them, but at this point, they cannot find anything. They cannot find the lung cancer reverse because I had that same week that I was diagnosed with AIDS. I was also diagnosed after all those tests that they ran. I was also diagnosed with lung cancer and skin cancer. The skin cancer is why my skin was peeling and rashing up and basically decaying from the inside out. You know, and and all of that stopped. No chemotherapy. I did chemotherapy one time, but the thing is, they didn't really want to do it because with a AIDS patient, chemotherapy is dangerous. HIV eats up the white blood cells.
Mm-hmm.
Chemotherapy, it kills all cells. It doesn't know the difference to only kill the red ones or only kill the white. It kills all cells. So if they was to
Mm-hmm.
give me chemo, it would. But they tried it, and it was a bad reaction to it, so they just didn't do it anymore. Like I said, I was taking taking the holistic stuff slowly. Everything start to just turn around. The stuff start to disappear. This and that. And they think it's the meds that they've been giving me, but it's not the meds. It's the stuff that I
It's the
got
herbal
from
medicine.
right. So those are just a few of the dirty dishes that I have been dealt in my life. There are many others, but those are just a few that I said I'll share with you.
So you say right now your counts are so low that it cannot be detected,
Exactly.
and you have only been
Exactly.
taking the herbal medicines.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's
Right.
interesting to note.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you get those medicines from Dr. Sebi?
Yes, but here's the thing though. I don't have to like keep on getting it. I ordered that thing one time. It lasts for about 4 months. You know, the first thing you have to do is detox yourself. So it's a detox that she sent, and you take the detox, you clean out yourself. It makes you go to the bathroom. Number one, number two, everything. You know, it makes you cough up whatever not supposed to, a bunch of phlegm, stuff like that, and that's what the detox does. And then the tea now for the immune system, I just drink the tea twice a day, sometimes three, but twice a day, and been doing that. I haven't used those products in wow, since I haven't used it any this year, and for most of last year, I did not use it. In the early part of the year, I used some of it because I ended up getting some more. Actually, somebody ordered some other stuff from her, Dr. Sebi's wife, for me. They ordered some more stuff, and I took those. The first batch of stuff that I ordered, like I said, it lasted about 4 months. So I took that. The turnaround. Not only that though, I also had to change my diet, change the things I eat, change the way I eat. You know, the times that you eat. It's certain times of the day that we are supposed to eat. You know, a lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't know about their chakra and all those things. You know, but that's a different topic. You know what I mean? But yeah, right now I'm good, as healthy
So so so
as I've
let me
ever
ask
been.
you this though. Did you find out who gave it to you? Because I'm curious, I'm nosy.
Okay,
Somebody in the chat is
I
asking if you got it from when you were wilding.
okay. You see the thing now. It could be possible. It could be possible that I did get it from when I was wilding. I don't think so because I've messed with people after the time that I was wilding. They went and got tested, and they are fine. And they go because you know this thing, it can hide dormant in your body where you have it and you don't know that it's there, and it takes a while. They say HIV takes between 8 to 10 years before it processes into AIDS, right? But what they don't tell you is that the it's tricky because, like I said, the human body is supposed to have between 500 and 1200 white blood cells. Let's say me and John, who was me? I'm just gonna make up a name, Jeannie, right? Me, John, and Jeannie. Me and John meet Jeannie, and Jeannie is the one who is infected. Me and John, we both have relations with Jeannie, whether we know about each other or not. We both have relations with Jeannie, which means the two of us end up getting infected. But the thing with John, no, John is the type who works out, he eats properly, he takes care of his body. So his white blood cells, let's say, is 900. And at the time I got infected, mine was 600. Let's just say mine was 600. Who do you think is going to start getting sick quicker? Who do you think signs are going to show up more on, me or him? Obviously me, because my white blood cells are lower than his. So when we both get infected, it's eating up our white blood cells by the second. It's mutating itself by the second. That's what this thing does. It mutates itself and goes on to one white blood cell, kill off that. go on to the next white blood cell, kill off that, and it makes all the good white blood cells think that that bad white blood cell is actually a good one when it's really a bad one. So, like I said, I have maybe 600, he have 900. In no time, my count will go down and I'll start to show signs. So a person can get infected and it doesn't have to take 8 to 10 years for it to show up. It can show up earlier because of how low their white blood cells was. The problem is none of us don't really go to the doctor to find out how our white blood cell count. Nobody really does that. You know what I mean? So unless you do that, then you're not gonna know where your white blood cells are at.
Well, the
So
thing, not to cut you there, David, but the thing is, if you go to the doctor frequently and they do a CBC on you, then they can tell you what your white blood count is at that point in time. And if it is below 4,000, then they can think that maybe you are compromised in some way or the other. But if you are around people who don't go to the doctor, then I can understand. But I mean,
right.
most regular people, we go to the doctor like every year.
So yeah,
Remember,
me
you
no
said you
regular.
didn't usually go to the doctor because you didn't like going to the doctor.
Yeah, so I said me no regular.
No. Well, David, you know,
Hmm?
no,
Hmm? Horse?
you are funny, my friend. No, but David, you know,
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed that you look. Talk to me. How long ago are we talking about? How
I was
long
di-
have you
I was diagnosed in 2018.
2008
2018 of
or
February
18?
of February.
Because if I just look at you on the street, I could never tell.
You
You
nope.
look good.
Thank you. Yep.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yep.
I know
Yep.
that medicine has come a long way where that disease is concerned, and there are lots of people out there. I don't even think it is a bother anymore, because the way in which I see people just throwing themselves out there, I don't think people are even worried about it, like
They
people
need to
my
be.
age were when we came into adulthood. We were worried sick when we came into adulthood about HIV/AIDS, but I don't think people are that worried anymore. They
Yep.
they're like, oh, we have medicines. People are living 30 years and more with this disease. We are not too worried about it anymore. You know, I am one of
Well,
the people. I'm still
they
worried.
they need to be worried about it. They need to know about it. They need to learn about it. HIV really kind of surfaced heavy. I want to say back in the 60s or the 80s.
About in
No,
the
no.
80s, yeah.
That's when it really started to kind of more like in the 70s where it was heavy and people were dying from it. You know, they didn't have or claim they did not have the
The
technology or
medicines.
the medicines and the this and the that back then to to help people. After a while, nobody talking about it no more, and it go away, and it seems like it went away, but HIV has not gone anywhere. It's still here, and anybody can get it. You don't have to be a gallus running around the town. You don't have to be a hoe. You don't have to be gay. You don't have to be bisexual. I hope that's okay to say. You can be a little baby just born and catch it. Little baby can get it from the breast, sucking on the breast. Little baby can get it from being just, inside the mother. You know, there are meds that they do have that can prevent it from being passed to the baby. There are meds that they do have that can prevent you, say you want it, say I was still, HIV positive or whatever, and you like me, you want to start something with me, you understand the thing, but you know that you want to be safe. they have meds that you can take to prevent you from catching it. So the medicine field has come a long way. I admit, but like I said, I'm not really one for the pharmaceutical drugs. They have more side effects than the beach have sun. You take one thing and you end up having a problem for another. It's just like, how can I say this? It's just like, I tell a lot of people, okay, how can I say this? There was a virus, a sickness that was going around, and nobody at first knew where it come from. Then they start to say, oh, it come from this place, and we don't have a vaccine for it, but we're gonna come up with one. And then they come up with this vaccine for this virus, sickness, or whatever. You guys kind of read between the lines. You know what I'm talking. I just don't want to really say it. You know what I'm saying? So they come up with this vaccine for the virus. This is not the only virus in the world. There has been many others, and most of them are made by who? God did not make them. And the devil get too much credit, so I know him make them. Who make it? All right, man make it, right? Man make enough of these sicknesses. Man made the AIDS virus. Man made the other one that I'm talking about now and stuff. But what I'm getting at is a lot of stuff they come out with these vaccines. Oh yes, I'm gonna run and get this. I'm gonna run and get it. And two tools you hear upon the radio or upon the TV. If you have taken this back in such and such time and you have this big lump on your eye, just call and you can receive a lawsuit. And am I telling the truth or what?
Well, David. I'm not gonna go down that road about whether or not they're telling the truth or not. Honestly speaking, I have my questions where that is concerned. Where I know where you're heading, my brother. I know where you're heading. I have my questions where that is concerned, and I'm going to reserve them for off-air comments.
I hear you.
Yes, I hear you. That is concerned. You know what I mean? So Shane is telling you good evening. Shane is in the chat saying good evening.
Bless greetings, Shane. How you do? Me love your vibes, Shane. Me love your vibes. Me not lie. Me love your vibes. Your place turn up. Turn up. You better turn it down before it burn up. Shit.
Oh my. So you say that because you said you were married during that time, right? So during that so none of your wives, you had 2 marriages, right?
My first wife, I told her about what happened. She responded like how I would have expected my second wife to respond. As I said, my second wife, I was able to prove that she was cheating. As soon as I found out that I was infected and I had left the hospital and everything, I went straight to her and I told her. Now, I didn't go to her on a war thing, on a you thing. I just went. I said, look, I got tested, blah blah blah. You need to get tested.
The right thing to do.
Go and get tested. Why me need to go get tested? I said, you need to go get tested so that you can know where you are. If you haven't noticed, I was bad in the hospital, losing weight. All this time, remember, we separated in November of 2017, right? December, I start to kind of get sick, but I was thinking maybe it was stress, because of what's going on. December start to get sick. Just January, very sick. You know what I mean? And throughout that whole time, you don't call me. You don't come to the hospital to come see me. None of that. None of that. Like I said, when I finally do get out the hospital after a while and everything, I go to her and I tell her you need to get tested. What me need to get tested for? Me don't want to talk about this right now. I said, all right. Everybody handle things in a different way. So maybe she's upset. Maybe I don't know. I'm just giving her whatever reason why she's handling it that way,
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I said, let me give her a week. I give her about a week and some days. I called her. I said, hey, how you doing? Yada yada yada. By the way, did you go get tested? Why you want to know if me get tested? I said, I want to know so that you can know. I don't necessarily have to know if you are positive or not. I just want to know that yes, you did go. That way, I know that my part is done.
Okay. I
You
agree.
may not be as bad as I was. That's why, like someone asked in the comment, you know, do I know if it's possible that I got it from when I used to run around? Because I'm thinking it could be possible. You know,
Uh-huh.
me don't want to talk about that right now. Me don't want to talk. So I gave her a few months, and I go back to her, and I ask her again. I said, Andrea, oh, me never mean to call her name. They said, did you go get tested? Why you want to know so bad? Why you so adamant about knowing if you I don't know if you guys ever heard of someone named Brother Gary, but I'm on his platform. He's a radio personnel. He's also a YouTuber, and he loves chat. He chat your business, this and that. He coming like a Jamaican Howard Stern, right? The station is nice, but she knows that him love chat. She know that I'm part of that radio station. Excuse me, sorry guys. She know that I'm part of that radio station. So why you want to know so bad so that you can go up on the radio and tell people say me give you? Listen, why would I do that? It's not about that. I just, like I said before, I don't need to know do you have it. I just want to know, did you go? You have kids in the house. It's you and the kids. You don't have no other man that I really know about, but I'm thinking about the kids and they need their mother. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm so adamant about it. From that day, I have never asked her again. I just let it go. I figure I did my part, and I let it go. But with the way she was behaving and little signs and from like there were many signs that I overlooked and did not look at them as signs until after I got sick. For instance, I'm not the type of person to go inside of a woman's pocketbook, search
Okay.
through your thing, search through your phone, and all those type of things, searching at the house and all. I'm not that type of person. I'm living inside the house. So obviously, I go in the closet, I go in the bathroom. In the bathroom, everybody, most people, they have like a medicine cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people tend to keep old medicines inside their cabinet and stuff like that. So when I first was going into the cabinet, I would see this pill bottle, that pill bottle, this pill bottle, not knowing what it is. I just see, I think, oh, maybe some prenatal or something. So a five pitney shave. So, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking, I'm not looking at the bottle to see who name is on. I'm not doing any of that. I just see the buckle them, I'm leave the buckle them, and that's that. But and another thing, another thing is I was always the driver in the house. She did not drive. She did not want to drive. She did not want to know how to drive. I was the driver. So if you had to go to the grocery store, I bring you. She would go to the doctors a lot, like every month, two times, sometimes 3 times a month, but at least 2 times a month she would go to the doctor. I didn't think anything about it, you know. And it wasn't until when I got sick and I noticed how often I have to go to the doctor to give blood,
Okay.
to get checkups, to do this, to do that. I don't just sit around and listen to what people tell me. I'm one who does a lot of research on a lot of things, from health to Illuminati to Christianity to all of that stuff. So when I talk about certain things, some people might think that I'm talking crazy, but I know what I'm talking about. You know, and it's not just Google when we use. I research my stuff. I talk to people, talk to professors, talk to teachers, talk to this. I talk and I research to know what it is that I'm looking into. Like I said, I would notice that all those times I was going to the doctor, that's the same amount of times that she would be going to the doctor for. So I kind of started putting two and two together. One of her son, his father is African. And please, any Africans that might be on here or might watch this at another date, I'm not saying all Africans are like this or whatever, but these are facts. And when you do a survey and you check out, you guys can check it out after this live if you want or while you're on the live. AIDS and HIV runs where it runs the most heaviest: California, New York, Africa, Atlanta, and some other places. I think Atlanta, Georgia is on the rise big time. We don't know who them are trying to catch up to, but they are really bad. Atlanta, Georgia, with HIV. His father is African or was African. He lives in New York and he lives in Africa. He would go back and forth constantly because he like I said, he live in Africa, he live in New York. He have business in Africa, he have business in New York. He's a taxi driver in New York, and I think he ran a clothing store or something like that in Africa, right? I would see him, and he was not really fat, but always a chunky guy. Me and him used to get along really good. You know what I mean? He's a good man. Was a good man. One day I started to see how he was losing weight, but I didn't say nothing to him. I just thought, okay, the man is losing weight. Tutus, the man it's the middle of the summer and he gets pneumonia and dies. The middle of summer. Summer didn't even really kick off yet. Like around this time, summer, and he dies. At the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I was just thinking, oh, wow, that's crazy. I haven't heard of someone catching pneumonia in the summertime in a long time. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well. But as I said, after doing my research and stuff, and then I learned that he died from, you see, the thing is, when a person has HIV or AIDS and they die, when a person has COVID and they die, they don't die from COVID. They don't die from HIV. They don't die from AIDS. They die from opportunistic diseases.
The
Those are
opportunistic
other,
diseases.
right.
Yes.
Those are other diseases simple as a cold, pink eye, a cough, any other illness that normally your white blood cells would be able to fight off. But HIV kills off your white blood cells. So if you don't have any white blood cells to kill off those things, you will catch opportunistic diseases. It's a specific pneumonia that an AIDS patient would die from. Not everyone does get that pneumonia, and not everyone dies from it. But it's a specific one that they do get. So it's not just a regular pneumonia that some will think. You know, he had that pneumonia because I asked what kind of pneumonia did he die from. She couldn't really tell me fully the name, but from what she was saying, my ex-wife, I'm talking, from what she was saying, I was able to say, okay, to ask questions or to try to spell it out, and then, you know, that's how I ended up looking it up and find out that it's the same pneumonia that you get when you have AIDS. So I'm ask her again, did you go get tested? Why me want to know? Why you so adamant? It no matter if me get, it's none of your business. So that was the last time I even asked her if she ever go check. I'm gonna ask her again. You know, so I would say it looked like it came from her. It looked like it came from her. I can't really pinpoint and say yes, it did, but from all those signs, if it bark like a dog, it cannot be a gorilla.
That's a good one. That's a good one, David. If it bark like a dog, it can't be a gorilla.
All right.
Walk like a duck, walk like a duck. It's got to be a duck, huh?
Yep.
Oh my God. What a fascinating story, David. I thank you so much for sharing your story. Guys, that was Servant David Date sharing his what we call tonight dirty dish. That was he shared several dirty dishes, but this last one here really captivates all of us. And I see all the people in the chat had a lot of questions. We are going to address those questions afterwards. Um, Chris, we will talk about that in the group chat. We are going to address those questions as David is going to address them with me. I will address them with you in the group chat. I thank you so much, David, for having shared your experience with us. I appreciate you coming on and sharing it with us. He hopped up, but I wanted to ask him if there was any last words he wanted to say to the listeners where AIDS/HIV is concerned, because we know, guys, that nowadays there are people out there who are just throwing themselves. People don't seem to have as much concern for AIDS and HIV as they had back in the early 90s. They don't. You know, and even in the hospitals, we're not seeing so many people with HIV as there used to be way back when. You know, those people have either not been getting admitted because there have been revolutionized medicines that have been taking care of people with HIV. They have been taking their medicines, they keep their CD count low, so they are able to live like what looks like normal lives. They cannot be detected as having the virus. And there have also been scientific development where they can also continue to live what seems to be normal lives, having, you know, normal relations, sexual relations, and even continuing to procreate and having the children be born without having it. There is somebody on backstage. Let me see who that is. Is that Jay is here? Let me see. Is that still Servant David? Okay, so Servant David is still backstage. Let me. Oh, Servant David is still backstage. Let me get him in. Okay, there he is. You're hearing me, David?
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to go into the chat and then it kicked me out and
And then he kicked you out. Okay, I'm sorry, because I wanted to ask you if you had any final words for the listeners where AIDS, HIV is concerned and what is happening with it today, because we know there's another virus that has taken over that people are more concerned about than they are concerned about HIV right now. I don't see the platforms being inundated with HIV stories right now. It has sort of taken a back seat, which it has for years, because they have considered that with the invention of new medicines, people have been able to go on about their normal lives as long as they take their medicines, and it the viral load remains so low that it's undetected. They do not seem to be worried about it. So do you
Mhm.
have any final words for my listeners?
Well, like I said earlier, this thing came out heavy back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and then it kind of died down or seemed to have died down, but it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere. And there are a lot of people who are walking around who have it and they don't even know. The only way to know is to get tested. I urge you to get tested. I know this sounds funny coming from me because I was never one to go get tested. I was never one to like the doctors and all of that and stuff like that until me get lick in the back of my head. Life licked me. You know what I mean? So I advise you to get tested, and not just for that, for everything. And yes, even if you're married. Last year, I think I did a live about do you think that married couples should still wear condoms? Some people laugh at it. Some people didn't take it serious. Some people, no man, what me I wear condom for? I'm married to my wife. Oh yeah, I was married, and look what happened. Because I did not cheat on. I'm lying. I did cheat, but not until about a year after me and her broke up. But I was still married to her. So at the end of the day, I still cheated. I take my responsibility for that part. I was wrong. I'm have I'm gonna have
But
to
you and
answer
I
to
never
God
break
for that.
up.
Huh?
Wanna break up. So you that's what you said. You all were
Well,
broken up
no,
when you.
now, yeah, separated is not divorced. When you're separate, you can be married and living separate. You live in a different house, you live in a different state, you live in a different country. You can be separated, but you're still married. So in the sight of God, I was wrong. In the sight of man, no man, go do your thing, man. No, there. This and that. But we are still legally married. Was
All right.
still
I
legally
was gonna say
married.
something where that is concerned, but I'm gonna save it for another time because I'm sure many people
No, say it.
in the chat will agree with me. After the marriage has run its course, and me and you separate, we now have no going back together. Go about your business, you do what you wanna do, and I will do what I wanna do. You have no bonds, no holds on me anymore. Take off the ring, and me sell it, and me give it away, and me gone about my business, and you go
That
about
that
your
that's
business.
after you that's after you divorce. But if you're still legally married,
Listen,
you're still
the
married.
marriage is over. We
You're
no
still
longer
married.
share a bed. We no longer live together. I just waiting on the 1 year
So why not?
for
So why not?
for the.
So why not divorce instead of separate?
No, but remember, some states have a 1 year separation before they will grant you a divorce. But once we have come
Oh,
to an agreement, me and you don't broke up the relationship run its course. You don't call me out my name, and me don't talk, and me don't call you out of yours. Yes, and you gone about your business.
me
There
and
shall be
you,
no coming back.
me and you come to an agreement. Say we done.
You
Who
done.
said God say we done? What God
We
say? Who
done.
God put together? Let no man draw asunder. Right?
Yeah, that is easy to say, David. But listen, two people who are together, two people are together, and the
Mm-hmm.
relationship has broken up, and one is going about, they're both going their separate ways. I don't think the other
Mm-hmm.
person should have, one person should have a hold on the other person. Oh, we are still married. So you can't do anything. You got to wait for me. You got to wait until I. No, the relationship has already run its course. We have lived together.
So
We have
so
we have shared a bed, we have shared a life. The life will no longer continue the way we are used to it. Therefore, that is why we are at this junction right now. You go your way, I go my way. We don't live together anymore. We don't share bills, we don't share emotions, we don't share a bed anymore. You are free to do what you want to do. I am free to do what I want to do until the state appointed time sanction runs out for the 1 year and the state agrees that yes, the two of us are no longer married. That's what it is. If it was that I'm going to say God put us together, nobody puts us under, then that would mean that we are going to remain together. We are not going to be separated. We are going to stay together. But if it done, it done. It's over, it's over. You know who are not chain around me and I'm not holding
so
any on you. It's over. I don't think that there's going to be a
so in
reversal.
your
It's not going to be. Let me see what the people in the chat
so
say.
in
Joyce
your eyes,
said
I didn't.
uh, that's just my view, David. That's just my view. That
Mm,
once the relationship has run its
yeah.
course and you
So
all decide that you're going to be separated, even if you all get back together after that separation, whatever the person did between the separation and the getting back together should not be held against them. My view.
so in your opinion, you don't think. In your opinion, you don't think I cheated then?
No, sir. You're not cheat. You're not there.
Okay.
She not washing your clothes.
Okay.
She not
Well.
cooking your food. She not there when you come home in the evening. No, she's not there when you wake up in the morning. She's basically
True.
on her own and you are on yours. That's how I see it. Farming in the City with Stacy's in the house. Welcome, welcome into the house, Stacy. There are currently 12 million people in the house, guys. I want you all to make sure that the numbers of likes match the millions of people in the house. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. And let's get back into the chat. What you were saying now, David, sorry to cut you off, my friend.
No, no. I was just asking. In your opinion, and you answered me. In your
Yes, we're done.
opinion, do you think I cheated? Because I did
No,
not.
you
I
didn't cheat,
did
David.
not
You're
cheat
done.
while we were together.
If you and I
Not
are
while
living
we
at
were
a
together,
house,
but we were still married.
you're not cheat, my friend. David, if you and I are living at a house and you get up out of the bed with her in the morning and you go out and you meet somebody out there and you have a communication with that, some kind of communication with that person, and the two of you end up down in Motel 6, and then you get up and you rinse off yourself and you come home back to her in the bed, you cheat. You're wrong. You're rude. You don't have no behavior and you're out of pocket for that. But after the relationship has run its
Okay.
course and she's gone out of the household or you are gone out of the household, you are on your own and so is she. If she has needs she want to take care of, she can take care of them however she wants. You have needs you want to take care of, you take care of them however you want. But as far as I'm concerned, you are not together. No, you're not. All you're
Okay.
doing is waiting for the court to say, okay, 365 days has passed since you two lived under the same roof. So I'm going to grant you permission to divorce. No, you are divorced. That's all you're waiting on, but you're not together. No, you're not. And let me see if anybody in the chat agree with me. You all agree with me,
Okay.
guys?
I mean,
Yeah,
we
the
we
people in the
fully
chat agree with
divorced. No,
me.
I'm going to file the divorce. Me get the divorce.
No, 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 no. Don't feel guilty. You're divorced, you're done. It's over. If you all decide to get back together after that, then whatever happens in between don't count. Don't count. Because you have to live your life.
Okay.
Life is too short. You can't pause your life and stop your life because one person left. You know how much people, there's so many other people out there. You got to move on. You can't keep yourself stuck. Like, oh, we are still married, so I'm going to wait until, the courts decide that we divorce, and then I will feel comfortable. But to each his own. If your heart tells you that that's what you had to do for your conscience to feel okay, then go ahead and do it. But if somebody asks me my opinion, I would say you go on about your life.
So
You have
so
one
so
life to
what would
live.
you so what would you say what would you say about how I felt? Because I wasn't trying to get back with her. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I cheated because
You
okay,
didn't cheat, David.
okay. At
Stop telling
first,
yourself you
yes,
cheated. You
I
get
was
on with
trying.
your life.
At first, I was trying. Listen. At first, yes, I was trying to throughout the whole relationship. I've always tried to make it work, make it work, make it work, make it work. You know, playing Mr. Goody Goody, like trying to do everything God said. Well, say, what I'm saying? We feel love with wife like how him love the church. We, me, you, Teflon, the whole of we are the church, not the building.
What's
So
happening in the background, David?
in which background?
Oh, I hear your thing went from being clear to start having like a vibration.
I don't. Can you hear me good now?
It starts sounding more robotic. Like,
Robotic.
yes, it has this echo in it that sounds almost like a robot.
I mean, I have you on the car speaker, but I've been on the car speaker ever since we stopped.
I'm not sure, but so much so that we're not even able to hear we can hear you, but we can't understand what you are saying.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like a robot, like there's a vibration, a robotic vibration in it. There you
what
are.
about now? What
Now
about
it's
now?
better. Now it's better.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I'm saying
What?
that you didn't cheat, and I didn't think that you cheated because you all were living two separate lives. I mean, you're separated. You're gone about your business. She's gone about hers.
So what would you call? Because I only cheated because, like I said, I was trying to make the relationship work, trying to make it work, and it wouldn't work. So I was feeling bad, obvious. I was thinking if I go out there and cheat, it's gonna take my mind off of her. Or if I just not okay, let's not say cheat. If I go out there and do the doogo, it's gonna make me feel better. Me not feel worry. This and that. Me just start doogo the next one. Alright, right? But the thing is, I felt like crap. I felt like
Afterwards.
crap. I felt like I degraded myself. And not that I want to get back with her. I already done say that's that's out of it. I already know it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it's not a thing of me feeling like I want to get back to her, but I did feel bad. I feel like I felt nasty. I don't know. Most men probably not feel like that. I'm different. I am not the average type of man. I am not of this world. So I don't know. But I felt like I degraded myself. What would you call that then?
Well, some people feel guilty. Some people feel guilty if they cheat on their spouse. If you tell yourself that it was cheating, then you're going to feel guilty, especially if you're starting to try to get back with her. You're going to feel like, oh my, I done screwed up because I went ahead and, you know, defile, if you may, the relationship. So the relationship is no longer pure and pristine because I have gone to share bodily fluids with somebody else, and then I'm coming back to share bodily fluids with her. So I feel really badly. But what if you and the person break up and you are finished and they're gone about their business and you go about yours? There's no reason to feel guilty. I don't think there's any reason to feel guilty because you're moving on with your life. Life is too short, one life to live. You go about your business and she go about hers, and you do what makes you happy and she does what makes her happy, and we keep moving right along. That's the way I see it. And I'm a realist. I don't have time to see things in light of a fantasy. I see things in light of reality. This is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So don't feel
Yeah, yeah,
guilty.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
together. Uh-uh. Once me and you not
Me
sleeping,
not, me
we not
not say,
feel
me not
good.
say me feel guilty. I'm not. It's not about feeling guilty because it's not like she's gonna give me a beating. It's not like we're gonna break up. We already broke. It's been years. You know what I mean? It was exact. Well, maybe a little bit more, but at least a year after me and
Exactly.
her done we done that I
Exactly.
did that, but like I said, we were still married. I
So
did that,
after a year, it's time to
and I
it's
went
time to
in
bust your
there
nuts.
fully charging them. And
Exactly.
when I went in there, I was not thinking about she. She was not on my mind when I went in there.
Exactly. I mean, somebody
So
says in the chat, hold on there,
so
David.
so why did I feel bad?
I don't know. Maybe you're different people are conditioned to thinking different things make them feel bad. For me, I wouldn't feel 1 ounce of feeling bad. I would not feel 1 ounce of bad feelings because you're gone about your business, live
I
your life,
mean,
and
while I
live your
was
life.
there, I did not feel bad. I
Me
felt
not
very
feel
good
bad.
while I was there. I felt really good while I was there.
I feel
But
bad if I
after,
intentionally hurt you. If I intentionally hurt you, which won't happen, I don't intentionally hurt people. It must be an accident. But if I do something and you said, you know what, Trev, you hurt me, you hurt my feelings, then I feel terrible about it because I did do it to hurt your feelings. I would do something that I know is going to hurt somebody. All right. But if I'm living my life and you are living your life, I ain't worried about you. I'm not worried. I'm not going
no,
to
you
feel
sound
bad.
funny.
If
You
I
you
accept
sound
you,
funny now.
if I ever marry again and I'm separated and a year has passed and I need to bust my nuts, hey, that's what's going to happen. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. We're just
She
waiting for
said,
the 1 year to
I
pass
need
by
to
and
wash
looking
my
and say
nuts.
the year has passed by. Now
Washing
comes
my
time to
hand
stay
and
for the two
nuts.
of you and the two of you go and continue going on about your business. Hold on there though. Somebody in the chat says, what if you came to the meeting of the minds that you were separated but decided to live in the same house but different rooms? When I meet the minds there, so you're not agree to. I'm not gonna meet no minds right there. Because if we are under the same,
Wait. Repeat that. You sound funny right now. Like
the
like
person
like how you were
said,
saying.
what if you come to the meeting of the minds that you are separated but decided to live in the same house but different rooms?
People do that. People
And
do that, and a lot of times they do that for the sake of kids. You know, there are a lot of relationships where the married couple is in separate beds. My grandparents had separate bedrooms. My parents have separate bedrooms. My father and mother been in the house all my life. So I had mom there, I had dad there, but they have their separate room. So I mean, I don't. People do it. I don't think I could do it. In the beginning, that's what I did. But that was long before we got married. When I first moved in the house, it was only really and truly it was just to to more like a roommate type of thing. I wanted to get away from the situation that I was in. I just had got divorced a few years before. I'm living at mom house. I need my privacy. Oh, this lady at church, she's bringing me water, wiping my face, da 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 da. Okay, let me go check her out. Me, everybody knows some I have my dog them. When we go around our house, the yard before me even see the house, me see the yard, the backyard and everything. I'm she have basement. I say, wait, me have dog, you have big backyard and nothing in it. All right. So that kind of pushed me to go a little bit further, you know. So maybe I went in it for the wrong reason, you know. Shh, not telling nobody, but anyway, me catch feelings, and that's what
Oh,
I'm just being
what's up,
honest.
Bill?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so to answer your question, Negrita, from my point of view, to answer your question where you said if you come to the meeting of the minds and that you are separated but decided to live in the same house but different rooms, I don't know how that would work. I don't think I could sign up for that because if we're in the same house, you seeing me, me seeing you, you seeing what I'm doing, what? I don't care if it is for the kids. It ain't gonna happen. Not on my crop. It would not happen.
What's
It would never happen.
some
I know
some
some people have done
some
it
I know
because it is
people who have
easier
done
and
it.
it
I've
is
heard,
cheaper. And I've seen also where the two
you know,
families end up being a
and
blended family.
they don't they don't have those two. They're not into nothing. They might do them one thing, but then living in the same house and then
They
still
live in the
married
same house.
and
The
separate
husband
rooms.
bringing his new wife and the wife bringing her new man.
I
And
don't
there
think
are
I
now
could do
four
it.
parents in the house with the 7, 8 children, and they're living like
Four
one
people
nice
in that.
big family.
Yes, yeah, I've seen it. I've
I've seen
seen it.
people advertise that kind of liberty. It ain't gonna happen with me.
It's called something with a P. I forgot.
Whatever it is, it ain't gonna happen with me. No,
Something
we
nagam
done, we done.
something another.
Me and you not staying in the
Monogamy
same
something.
house. No, 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 not at all. We're not staying in the same house. We are not staying in the same house. End of story. We are separated. You go about your business and I go about mine. Right, Lady M? We are not living under the same roof. Nope, not happening. Would not happen.
So what's going on in the chat? Because I know we've been talking for a while, and
They say, somebody said how did you if you felt your conscience when you were playing the field?
if me feel my conscience when we was playing the field,
Yeah, so when you were going from girl to girl, if your conscience bothered you then.
heck, heck no. Heck no. Listen, no. I was Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie. The girl them I make them. Yes, that was me.
Oh, David,
But
you're
then I
so
met my
funny.
first wife. But then I met my first wife,
And
and
you
she
got
was my payback. I got my whooped. Let me turn this. I got my whooped.
yes.
Right? I learned my lesson, and I thank God for that woman. I thank God for her because she taught me a lesson. Even though when I first met her, like I said, I was I was all over the place. The day I met her, the amount of people were call off my beeper. Those days we had beepers. I don't know if you guys know what a beeper
Oh
is,
yes, I
but
know people when I first came to America in the
back in those
90s. Oh
days
yes.
we had back in those days we had beepers and stuff like that. And the amount of people I call off me beeper. Me call them, me tell them leave me alone. Me go on my phone book. I went Google Gaga over this Puerto Rican lady. Beautiful, sexy, nice. Me, how ugly me forget that. What? And she like me too? No, sir. Mm-mm. I went Google Gaga over her. So I
David, you
stopped playing the field. I stopped, you know, and just went with her. Then we have been together for a very long time. We're married for about, I think it's 10 years and together for 15. So all together we were together for 15 years, married for 10 out of the 15, right? We have been through a lot, from the threesome to the foursome to the this to the that. We did it all. The only thing is, like, we never did it like her and another girl, me and another man. We never did that, but we did it. And nothing with playing with number two. Cause me not play that. But all the other stuff, yes, we did all of that. I went Google Gaga over her, and then when she taught me a lesson. She taught me a lesson. She showed me what cheating can do.
Mm-hmm.
She cheated. She cheated, and
And you learn your lesson from that,
it
huh?
hurt. It hurt. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson.
Somebody in the chat say if you are still servant David. Me no know.
One and only. One and only. One and only.
The one
A
and
lot of people
only.
look at
He
me.
says the one and only
Right,
Negrita.
a lot of people look at me like right now. You're probably looking at me and you see me as a regular person. I have on my cooking shirt. I'm a chef by trade, but when I'm in my regular clothes, a lot of people would think I'm a minister or a pastor or something like that. Then you have my name, Servant David. I did not give my name is David. I did not give myself the name servant. It's just because I like to help people. I like to help a lot. So people would call me servant, and they would say servant. So they stopped saying the David, and they would call me servant, 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 because I'm always doing something. Plus, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm a chef. Sometimes a chef has to serve the food. So sometimes I'm dressed up in my black and white, and I look like a server. You know what I mean? So they will call me servant, 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 servant. Then I'm into serving God. So I'm reading my Bible.
Okay.
I'm a book of one servant David. Them already I call me servant. My name already David. Some of them call me servant David. Not many, but some. And then it just kind of stick. And one day, because they used to call me brother David,
Okay.
but I do not like the bro. I don't call me no brother David, or you can call me bro, but don't call me no brother David, because it reminds me of a church hurt. That's a good topic, church hurt. Hmm, that's a good topic. But it reminds me of church hurt. So I don't want the bro. So I would tell him, don't call me no bro. Call me David, 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 David. Then they start calling me servant, and it kind of just stick. Plus, from what I'm reading in the Bible, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna take this name, servant. So when I saw it in the Bible, I kind of took that as like a confirmation, you know. But yes, I am still servant David. And I was saying all of that because a lot of people see the name servant and they say, well, isn't he, supposed to be a Christian or this and that and re. I don't profess myself to be a Muslim, a Rasta, and I've been all of them. I've been Rasta, I've been Muslim, I've been Catholic. I've done most of them, but I don't profess to be a Christian. If you see how I live, if you see how I talk, and you say he must be a Christian, that's on you. You're calling me a Christian. So I guess you could say it's the way I live that people say yes, he's a Christian, or yes, he's this, or yes, he's that, or no, he's not that. I don't consider myself to be a Christian. And if I was going to be a Christian, I am not a real Christian. I'm a Christian that is real. And that's a big, humongous difference. It's a big difference between being a real Christian and a Christian that is real. A real Christian go to church every Sunday, every Bible study, they leading Bible study, they this and that in front of people, they got themselves almost. But before they reach into the parking lot after church,
Mm-hmm.
them are going with them antics, them are cuss this person. Some of them not even wait till they leave the church before they start cuss you. Right? That's a fake Christian. A
Okay, I see your voice. David, am I hearing your sound? What happened to your sound, David? All right, guys, I think David's sound went away for some reason. For whatever reason, David's sound went away. But let me see in the chat here. Margaret, Margaret says, David, Margaret said you play the religious feel and you play the women feel. What's going up with that, David? All right, we are not hearing him. I'm letting him know that I'm not hearing him at all. I mean, but it is what it is. I want to thank you, David. Thank you so much for having come into the chat and shared your experience with us. I, for one, it's the first time I am hearing David's story. Some of you have been on YouTube for a long time, may have heard David's story before, but for me, it is the first time that I am hearing a story. And you know, I'm a stickler for a story. I will listen to the same story 10 times, but it is still the story. And I appreciate him being willing to come on here and tell his story. It's a lesson. It's a lesson that no doubt he has learned, as he said as well. He says he has learned his lesson. And I hope a lot of us don't have to go through that before we end up learning our lessons. I am going to be hopping off of the chat. Crackers! Crackers! Jesus of mercy! My dear friend Crackers roll up in the house, and that means we can't leave. That means I cannot walk out of the chat once Crackers has come in. Yes, yes, Crackers. Dirty dishes, dirty plate, and dirty people. It is also my first time. Yes, Lady M, it is my first time. But apparently there are other people here who has heard the story before. Those are other people who have been on his channel, but I mean, I am new to his channel, so I don't know the story, and I don't mind. I listen to somebody's story 10 times. As I said in the chat earlier, Oprah has a story, and I listen to Oprah's story. I watch Oprah's story over and over, over and over. Sometimes, you know, people need an outlet, and that's why I'm here. I want to hear what they have to say. And if you have heard this story before and you no longer want to hear the story, you're free to not listen a second time. But for those of us who are hearing the story for the first time, to me it is intriguing that, you know, all the way he expressed himself, the way he told this story about what he used to do before, then he got married and all of that, and then divorced and married again, and all of that. And it's almost like now he's sort of on repentance ground, like my grandma used to say, but upon repentance ground, you know, something like that. But you know, rather fascinating story nonetheless, and I appreciate him for having come on and told the story so candidly so that we all could hear it and, if not learn something from it, understand that people out there, everybody has a story, everybody has their own struggle, and some people are able to tell their story without breaking down. Other people will break down. Everybody needs to open up, get their wings to tell their story. I, for one, used to be in a closet, unable to tell my story because of shame and embarrassment, because of what people would say. I was stupid and all of that. But I have long shed that shadow of shame, if you will. And now I tell my story like nothing. I no longer cry. I no longer, you know, feel impulse to be, feel traumatized about it. I just tell it just like I would tell a little the cat on the fiddle. I tell the story because it is what it is. And some people, I hope when I tell my story that other people learn from it, not spend time to be fussing that I was stupid and whatever I did that caused me to end up in the situation that I ended up in. Don't focus on that. Just focus on the lesson from the story and learn a lesson from the story so that that story doesn't become your story. So that in the event that you find yourself in that position, you are able to navigate your way out of it without being as traumatized as the person who tells the story. Because all our lives are different and all our lives take different paths. No two lives take the same exact path, even if you are identical twins. Your lives do not take the same path. Your life is different from mine. The decisions that I would have made different from the decision you would have made. And so we get different results, different outcomes. All right. So let me see. Margaret is saying, I'm leaving. Catch you later, Trev. Okay. It was fantastic being here. It was a pleasure having Servant David here. I appreciate each and every one of you who came into the chat tonight. Lady M. Crackers, you just come here late because I didn't have a car to send for you. Joy Blackwood, continue to enjoy your birthday, my friend. There was also Shane in the house. Shane was in the house. Yard Food, Love Ice. Quite a few people were in the house, and I appreciate Chris, that is Island Chick, was in the house. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, each and every one of you who came into the house. I appreciate you. I thank you all for coming. Guys, do not forget on your way out, if you did not hit the like button on your way in, do not forget to hit it on your way out. Hit the like button if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, guys. Now is a fantastic time to do so. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay with me as my little channel grow from strength to strength. I appreciate all my travelers who continue to support me and continue to text me and tell me what to change and what not to change, what to fix, what not to fix, what to do. I so appreciate you all, because you all know that this is not my 40 year really, and this is all brand new for me. Like this YouTube thing and editing and doing all of that, it's brand new to me, but I certainly appreciate the help from everybody who has reached out to help me to get my channel to where it's at. I looked at my channel a little while, it was like $3.99. Come on, guys, if you are in the chat, hit that one more person, and let's get that 400. But YouTube might take something away. So let's get 6 more people and get it to 405. So when YouTube take 5 away, we will be at 400. Thank you all so much, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you who came into the house. Oh, Cracker says it's at 400. Is it? Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much, Joy. Go enjoy the rest of your birthday. Have a fun evening. I know Shelly is going to make sure you enjoy your day. And you're going to tell me about it tomorrow or the next day, all right? Or Shelly going to tell me about it, how the birthday went. Yeah, I know y'all going to tell me about it. I wish I was close to you all so we could party it up. And if you want to send something, we could have party up. Because tonight we could have bust a party, We could bust a party tonight. Yeah, we still got decorations and stuff. But You know, when it comes out to a party, I'm a stickler for the party. But anyway, Cracker says he's gonna go back and watch it. Okay, Crackers, that's okay. You and I will talk off the air as well. And everybody else who was in the chat, Yard Foods, Negrita, Lady M, and the other people. Kizzy was here at one point. Stacy from Farming in the City with Stacy. Guys, if you have not checked out Stacy's channel, go ahead and check it out. If you want to grow a cedar tree from if you want to grow a cedar tree from a garlic stub, go and make Stacy show you how to grow a cedar tree from a garlic stub. Jay was in the house. Jay was in the house from Jay Says. Shane was in the house. Welcome, Jay. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see you. Also, Chef Roger was in the house as well. Guys, Island Chick, we love Island Chick over there. Don't forget to check out Island Chick's kitchen gadgets. kitchengadgets.com over there where you can purchase all your kitchen gadgets. There was also Jesus' daughter was in the house as well. Love Ice was also in the house, and many other people were in the house. I appreciate each and every one of you. So that's gonna be it for the live for tonight, guys. So I'm going to be logging off right now, and I will see you all later on. All roads tonight lead to Unstoppable at 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna get some stuff done so that I am ready for Unstoppable at 9 o'clock. So until next time, guys, this is Trev from Traversins reminding you all to always take good care of yourselves and each other. And to my lovely servant David, I will talk to you off the air, my friend. You have a fantastic evening. And I'll talk to you all next time.